Hello everyone, it's Dale here with new weekly trading ideas video. Let's first start with a trading idea on the euro dollar. By the way, what you see before you, this is NinjaTrader 8 platform with my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators. This is 30-minute chart of the euro dollar, and I would like to talk about this support. It is at 1.0886. This is also a support which I published earlier for members of our trading group, and today I decided I'll show you this support and tell you about the reasoning why I think it's a strong support. So let's first talk about volume profile. If you look in this zone where that support got formed, this is a strong rejection of lower prices, right? That means aggressive sellers were pushing the price downwards, and then aggressive buyers started to jump in and push the price aggressively upwards. Now, if you use a volume profile over this area, then there's this significant volume bump. It's not, for example, as strong as this one, but it is at the place where the price actually turns. So even though the volumes are not as heavy as in here, it is a very important signal that the buyers who rejected the lower prices and who turned this selling into buying were active here, right? This is the beginning of that volume cluster, so that's where I have the level, and if the price comes here, it's likely that the buyers will become active again and push the price upwards from there again. This is the volume profile rejection setup. Also, it was in here, for example, there was a strong rejection as well. If you use the volume profile over that area, you can see a heavy volume bump in here. This was the reaction to it. All right. Maybe there'll also be a reaction to this one, like this. But I think that if the price comes close, it will want to drop a little bit further downwards to test those volumes. So that's why I have this volume cluster instead of this one. All right, but I wouldn't be too surprised if the price reacted to this one as well before continuing to test the second one. Now let me show you one thing on the order flow, because it's very nicely visible there. So this is the order flow software. Let's focus on this chart. This is a 30-minute chart. It's a euro futures, but the correlation between futures and spot is almost 100%, so we can look at futures as well. It has some better data for order flow. So here is the heavy volume zone. By the way, this is the rejection, right? And those are the heavy volumes. See how the algorithms started to be active here. As the price was dropping, they started to buy here and reversed the price to go upwards. You can tell very easily just by looking at the chart and seeing that this is a darker shade of gray. That means huge volumes, and boom. Now also one more thing I wanted to show you here that's on this chart. That's a 30-minute chart as well, but this is filtered chart, which means it shows filtered trades, only the biggest orders. And in here you can see huge orders here. 104 contracts in just one trade, and from there the price reversed and went upwards. So what we need to do now is just wait for the pullback to that level and take it from there. And also what you can do, if you have order flow, you can wait for confirmation around the level, use the order flow to better time your trade entry, and you can use the order flow as well to better time your trade exits. All right, so that's for the long on euro dollar. Let me now go over to the next trading idea. The next one will be on the Australian dollar, US dollar. So this is a 30-minute chart of the Australian dollar, US dollar. First thing I wanted to show you is the volume profile, the volume distribution the previous week. This is how the volumes were distributed in the whole previous week, which means here. And this is the weekly point of control. So heaviest volumes throughout that whole week were traded in here, right? So as you can see, I have a level here, a long at 0.6555. Now this long is based on heavy volumes formed in this volume cluster within this uptrend. So the volume profile is telling us in here that the buyers were pushing the price upwards and adding to their long positions in here, and they should defend this level. So that's why the price should react there. Now at the same time, we have the weekly point of control here, which definitely adds strength to that level, because weekly point of control just by itself is a very strong level to trade from. One thing that I'm a little bit afraid of here is this weak low, and the risk here is that the price could just test the liquidity below all those candles below this weak low. Now, when I was thinking about placing this trade, I would normally be very careful about weak low like this, but since this is the weekly point of control, I decided that it's worth the risk and that I'm going to take that trade, because in my opinion, the chance of successful reaction is bigger than a chance of price testing that weak low. And it's mostly because of the weekly point of control. All right, so that's for the Australian dollar, US dollar. And let's now go for the next one. The next one is the US dollar Swiss franc. So here we have 30-minute chart as well, and heavy volume zone followed by a very strong and aggressive buying activity. Now, the level is at the beginning of that heavy volume zone as well as in the beginning of that strong buying activity in here. It is at 0.8577, and this is basically the volume accumulation setup. So buyers were accumulating their long positions here, and then they pushed the price aggressively up first. So when the price makes it to this level, chances are that buyers will react here, defend this place, which is clearly important for them because they placed a lot of their longs here, and they'll push the price upwards from there again. So that's for the US dollar Swiss franc. If you guys are interested in learning more about volume profile trading, then head over to my website. This is it, trader-dale.com. If you click this button which says trading course and tools, then it will take you to this page where you can browse my trading education and trading tools. This is volume profile pack, which will teach you everything about volume profile trading. Below that, there's order flow pack, which will teach you everything about day trading with order flow. Below that, there's the VWAP pack, which is a brand new pack focusing on trading with VWAP and anchored VWAP. If you are interested in getting all three together in discounted bundle, you can get it in here at the bottom of the page. All right. So that's about that. By the way, there are videos which you can watch. The videos will show you everything that's included in all those packs. All right. Those videos right here and right here. Now, before I wrap the video up, I'd like to announce a winner of a contest we had last time. The prize of the contest were my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators for TradingView platform. And right now on your screen, you see the name of the person who won in the contest. So congratulations to the winner. And what I'll do next is I'll do another contest for the next week. The only thing that you need to do to participate in this contest is leave a comment below this video, which I'll publish on YouTube. And next week I'll randomly pick one person to win this set of custom-made indicators. So that's about that. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time. And until then, happy trading!